When I left off yesterday, I had just constructed this little wheel thing, and my plan is to roll the Volkswagen over on that. I'm going to attach a tongue to it so that I can hook a trailer to that and pull it out of the garage. I also spent a little time doing a little looking at stuff online. I wanted to show you all this. I was contemplating this front end. I realized I bounced on it last night, but y'all couldn't see me bouncing on it. Couldn't see it bouncing because I was standing on it, but I want you to see how much bounce this front end has in it. That's quite a lot, considering that it's down as low as it is. And so Mr. Heavy Chevy said, y'all just go ahead and run it, and I'm tending to agree with him. And what I was thinking I could do, they narrowed this front end, and when you turn your wheels, you lose some of your turning radius because your wheel hits the inside of the car right there. But for like 50 bucks, you can get wheel spacers to space those wheels out. And if those wheels were spaced out a little bit, then it would be almost as wide as it was before they cut it down. And I was also looking at a way to make a shock absorber tower that would run up outside the front of the car and would allow me to mount a shock on there, because you'll notice this shock kind of sits out at an angle anyway, so I could run me a shock thing up outside the car and still put shocks on the front of it. That would work real good, so I'm happy about that. Another thing, I was online looking at these support rails, and I found a website where you can buy them, and it looks like they are made to be bolted on, although I don't think these are bolted on. I think what you would do is cut these off, but they got the bolt holes to go up in here. So I'm curious. I know these have been kind of re-welded. Somebody, put metal on each side of this rusty part that's in the middle. These are the old supports in the middle, and they just put a sheet of metal on the inside and a sheet of metal on the outside, and it's functional enough. It's just ugly as all heck. There goes my neighbor plowing my driveway a little bit. So I was thinking it would make sense to buy me some new rails. I'm curious to see what them are going to look like when I get them off of that red card out there. Because another option I've got, and I've thought about, and I'll know better once I get that red car off, is just to look at how they're made and consider just fabricating up new ones. There's a couple of options. You can get a pair of them for like $100 a piece, or you can pay like $200 a piece and get a heavy duty pair. Same thing with these floor pans. You can get floor pans for about 130 bucks a piece, or you can pay about $230 a piece and get the heavy duty stuff. And I'm thinking, well, if this is the original pan, it's probably pretty heavy duty. Well, that doesn't look like much, does it? Not so heavy duty, huh? Well, maybe it is. Might be the original one, but I'm not overly impressed with it. I hadn't quite made my mind up about what to do with these floor pans, whether to patch them or replace them. I'm still in debate, and I will be until I get my grinder out and start grinding, see how many holes that dirt's hiding up in there. Okay, so I'll talk about all that later, I guess. I'm going to get started, and I'm going to get the plow Jeep cranked, and we're going to push some snow around, and then we'll get this car out of here. Let's see if we can get that red car. If I can get that red car off the truck today and get it on this little dolly where I can roll it around and start having a look at it, that would be good. Oh, I also talked to Mike last night, Mike Hall, and he's talking about coming over here and painting it when I get it all ready, and just spraying it right in here. So that'll be a good project to look forward to too. So I'll shush you now. I'll go get the Jeep and we'll push some snow around.